Welcome to the Grovecast, a municipal podcast hosted by the City of Cottage Grove. We're here to demystify city government, make it more accessible to you, while also showcasing the real human beings who provide services to you every day to our residents. I'm your co-host, Phil Jentz, the city's communications manager.
Hey, Phil, and I'm Emily Schmitz, the city's community development director.
Hey, Emily.
How's it going?
You know, pretty good.
Yeah.
As we're recording this, it's early February. We'll probably get this episode out soon, but it's wild to me still that it is like we're a month into 2026.
Right.
So how are we feeling?
I'm over it. Well, I mean, not 2026 over it, but I'm over the winter.
It's been busy and
This is the
winter,
time.
and yeah, it's time for better weather for sure.
Yeah. We'll get there, Phil.
We will get there.
Minnesota.
And this will help. This episode will do its
This
small
will.
part to getting us all to sunnier days. Literally.
You just wait. Our guest is over here, Phil, just like,
what have I gotten
in
myself
the world?
into?
Yep. I should have said no. Voluntold.
Voluntold. Well, before we get into our esteemed guest, Emily, we've talked ad nauseum about, superpowers, favorite foods. What, now that we're into the new year, what are you thinking for superpowers? Have you changed your mind?
No, superpower stays the same. But Phil, what I will say is I'm really into bread. I've learned how to make bread.
You're making bread?
Oh, yeah. We won't get into the details here. I'm happy to have lunch. We can chat ad nauseum. So what I will say is that's been probably 80% of my diet.
Is bread.
Bread.
But homemade bread.
Homemade bread. What's for dinner? I don't know. Put an egg on bread. You can put anything on bread.
I'm down for that. A little like fried egg or sunny side up egg on some toast.
A little runny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Phil?
I'm not making bread.
You could if you wanted to, but that's a different...
But we have jumped into some homemade cookies. Just easy chocolate with some whatever, white chocolate chips or chocolate chips. Simple, but good, tasty. Very tasty.
Phil, we haven't seen any at the office. Just
that's
throwing
true.
that out there.
Well,
All right.
there aren't any left over, so that's my own burden.
Double the bad.
Well, without any further ado, we do want to welcome with us today a very special guest, and that is Community Engagement Sergeant Pat Nickle. Pat, welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I got to be honest. I just saw a TikTok of a gal eating made egg and ham bread, and then ended up throwing a egg on top of the bread while she ate it.
Like it was kneaded into the dough?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
yeah.
No
interesting.
way.
Yep. Ryan Pierre showed it to me.
Excellent. Please report back.
Exactly. I mean, this morning he showed me this.
And it's all of the things in one, Pat. It's
That's a whole meal in one loaf of bread.
Yes. Right. Excellent. We'll work on that. Do you know how long it took me to get just a regular loaf? Now he wants me to put an egg and ham in there. This is impressive.
Pat's asking a lot already.
This is
right
going
out
to
of the
be
gate.
great. Oh, Pat, we're so glad to have you here. And Phil, this is going to be the biggest question out there. Pat, tell us, what is your exact role with our public safety team, and what does that role actually do? I think it's awesome, by the way. But we want to hear from you, Pat.
So I'm community engagement, and basically I have oversight. Well, I oversee a few people. Ryan Pierre, who is the community engagement officer. I oversee the SRO, Ryan Sisterman, drug task force, Detective Rob Swanson, and then community or crisis management, which is Scott Shaver and Riggs.
Haven't heard of Riggs yet. No, I'm
Riggs.
kidding.
The look on Pat. If you all could only see Pat's face, he's like, "What are you talking about?"
Riggs is awesome.
Riggs
they
is
actually
great.
just did an event helping out Soldier 6. Asked for a few dogs to go up to an armory for the soldiers that were stood up to help out Minneapolis.
Okay.
So they're held up in an armory right now, and so Soldier 6 asked for a few dogs, and Riggs went up there and. They did a post on Facebook. It was an awesome post. Riggs happens to be one of the front pictures of that post, so it's pretty awesome.
Not surprising.
And Riggs, for those who don't know, I don't know how you couldn't, but is our therapy canine, golden retriever. He's super adorable, and he works hard.
He does. And
he's busy.
He's come a long way. He just turned we've had him for 1 year.
Right.
And I mean, just an incredible dog, and Shaver's done a wonderful job with him.
Yeah, he really has.
So, Pat, your sole focus is getting out into the community, your team, they're out there.
They are.
That's the best way I can think of to describe it.
Right.
Yeah, and there's a lot of great events that we're a part of. We got to, so I started this position January 1st, and right off the bat,
And you're already on the podcast, for better or worse.
I would say,
So thank you, or I'm
yes.
sorry.
No.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah.
So I was already part of the event with the snowmobiles off of 70th and Keats, that they do on the corner there, and then we have a lot of great events coming up. Of course, we do. You asked what I do. I help out with Night to Unite, Strawberry Fest,
Right.
doing some of the safety and security for that, and then helping out reading to going to the elementary schools and reading books. Another thing that we do, but I'm also part of Yellow Ribbon, Mississippi River Valley, beyond the Yellow Ribbon, mouthful. And so we have a golf tournament with that, and we also have a run that we started last year, both of them, and so fundraising.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No.
I was just going to say you are clearly, based on what you've just said and what I know about you, is you're deeply involved in the community, both in your work and it seems like outside of work too. So like you clearly care about the community, which is great. I'm sure it's a great Venn diagram overlap between your personal life and professional life. So
I truly
which
do.
is great.
For the most part, I grew up in Cottage Grove. All my elementary school years, I was here. Moved away in the middle of junior high, came back in the middle of my junior year, and then after I graduated from Park, I moved away. I went active duty. Came back from that, and I've been here since. So I would say, I would call Cottage Grove home, and I have 3 awesome kids I was able to coach in different sports.
Nice.
Through the years. They've all 3 have graduated. But just being involved in the community is huge for me. I absolutely love it. And I feel like I also live in the community.
Right.
So yeah, I truly enjoy, and I'm looking forward to being in this position and working with the community even more. I had the opportunity to be an SRO at the high school, and I made a lot of contacts that way. So I truly enjoy not only working here, but living here.
Nice.
And folks get to know you, Pat. They get to know your face, right? There's something about being able to know who you need to reach out to, and whether it's a moment of crisis or it's just any moment in life, right? Out in the community to say, oh, that Pat, I've met him somewhere. Maybe I can give him a call, or whatever the case might be. There's something to be said for that.
Agreed. I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
And so you kind of already touched on this a little bit, but can you tell us a little bit how you got started with the city of Cottage Grove, like in your work with the Cottage Grove Public Safety Department? How did that start?
Boy.
He giggles. Look at
How I wanted to, or the reason why I became a cop is
Maybe that too. Yeah, that's a great way of framing it too.
So just, it's a cliche answer, but I've truly wanted to help those that couldn't help themselves. So I spent, and I won't dive into the whole military experience or anything like that, but I spent 26 years in the military, both active and reserve, with 3 deployments. And so I have it's just who I am. I want to serve and I want to help. So that's kind of part of the reason why I became a police officer, is to help those that couldn't help themselves, or just help families.
Yeah.
Not to just give traffic tickets or anything like that.
Right? There's more to it. Yeah.
Absolutely. So
that's probably like the least fun part of the job.
Yeah,
if we're all honest.
it really is, because the unfortunate part is it's what I've kind of learned in my 23 years of doing this is it's more of an education than it is trying to get people to slow down and the reason why. And at this point, I truly would rather not give a ticket.
Right.
And I'd rather just get them to slow down, or whatever the issue is, running stop signs, all that. But so I've always enjoyed the the portion of just helping others, right? So having grown up in Cottage Grove for the most part, or Cottage Grove being home, I think one of the things that our admin will do is they like to hire people that live in this area, that are from this area, that know the area, because there's something to be said about being vested in the community.
For sure.
And if you get people that are vested, they're, in my opinion, they're going to do a lot more and work a lot harder to help others.
Well, and Emily, you touched on it too. Like, if somebody's calling 911, it could be the worst day of their lives, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And Pat showing up, or Ryan Pierre, or whoever's showing up, there's a not zero chance that you've had an interaction with that family before out at Strawberry Fest or wherever, and that matters. I mean, you're there to help, obviously, no matter what, whether you know them or not. But it's a friendly, familiar face, and you might even be on first name basis with those folks. So that matters. So it's very cool, the work that the community engagement team and yourself does. So,
and I think a lot of it does help that being an SRO. So I got to work with teachers and people from the district and kids, but also helping coach through the years. I've gotten the opportunity to meet a lot of great people, great families. So you're right. I mean, people aren't calling 911 because they are having a great day.
Yeah, right.
So
they're looking for that support across the board. And from a community engagement perspective, I mean, that's a whole spectrum, right, of folks in this local community that have that support in our public safety team. That's pretty cool.
And that's one of the great things about Cottage Grove and City Council. We are very supported, and I have to give the shout out to Cottage Grove, because for the most part, we are very supported by the community and City Council. So
yeah. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, I was curious, and based on maybe some of your previous answers, you kind of maybe already touched on it, but are there any issues, projects, things that you've worked on that you're like particularly proud of?
I would say bringing the 5K. It's a 5, 10, 15K run ruck challenge.
Right.
And the challenge is the 15K. If you're doing both the 5K and the 10K, it's considered the challenge.
But to be clear, Pat, when you say run ruck, that means you've got a large sack, total Midwestern there, but on your back, right?
Right, a backpack
full of weight.
And I don't know what a 15K is. I think in miles.
A lot of
but
Ks.
K feels like bigger than
a lot
miles.
Of Ks.
So
yes, so 5K is 3.1, so it's
Fantastic.
9.3.
Yeah.
And 9.3 miles.
Carrying how much weight if there's a ruck involved?
So military standard is 40 pounds.
Good
Jeepers
Lord.
Christ.
So you're carrying a backpack.
Phil, we gotta
I'm
pull
already
it together.
sweating and out of breath.
It's so if you want to be part of, most people will. A ruck is a military term.
Right.
So, but if I can go back to being part of Mississippi River Rally Beyond the Yellow Ribbon, it's a organization, nonprofit organization that helps out veterans. And I was asked to be on this board from the chief, and I'm the president of the board. But we brought this, our team brought this run ruck to Cottage Grove, and last year was the first year. We had 120-ish participants. We hope to make it
Keep it
bigger.
growing.
Yep.
Yes, we truly do.
That's fantastic.
And it was at the Food Truck Festival, correct?
It was.
Memory
And-
serves? Yeah.
Yeah, so we want to kind of line it up with that. The unfortunate part is Food Truck Festival starts, I believe, at 11. And generally speaking, your runners, you want to get that done earlier.
Right.
So that's a little bit of a challenge to get people to stick around. But
Just make it
hopefully-
longer? The 20, 25K? Why not?
Right.
Add more Ks, Pat.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's like, oh yeah, sure, easy.
Yeah. But what an awesome event to bring folks, from the community together
Yeah.
work through a challenge. Yeah,
Right.
That's really awesome.
And help support the mission of Beyond the Yellow Ribbon and military
Yeah.
families and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Very
Absolutely.
cool.
It's one of our questions, Phil, is we were going to ask Pat what his superpower is, but I just think he's got them. What else?
40 pounds, 15K. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of a superpower in and of itself.
So a more serious question, Pat, because we ask everybody this. What is that craving? You're like, I need my good food. What is it?
Donuts.
Donuts.
Wow. What?
Man.
What was he supposed to say?
Yeah. What am I? I'm a police officer. Donuts is where it's at. Nothing wrong with like a good Krispy Kreme donut.
Right.
So you embrace the stereotype
Melt-
and you're just...
melt in your mouth, kind of. Yeah.
Who doesn't, cop or not? Who does not
Right.
like donuts?
He's not wrong.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So
yeah.
I have to go with that.
Okay. All right. I can
So what
live with
kind
that.
of donut?
Glazed.
Glazed.
That's hit the spot.
Oh yeah.
So there are
absolutely.
days you come home at the end of the day and you're like, listen, it's donuts for dinner.
You know what? I wish I could. The problem is I have to do this 5 or 15K,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
There's a direct relationship between donuts consumed and K's walked.
yeah. Yeah, it's. I try not to eat them.
I know, but here and there,
I absolutely love them.
It's all right.
But if you
Pat.
do the 5K, 10K, 15K,
Yeah.
especially at a food truck festival, it's actually like you mentioned the timing is kind of difficult, but it is kind of perfect because you finish and you're like, the world is my oyster. This is huge parking
Right.
lot full of
Right.
fried foods and all, the reward for the end of the commitment there.
The city does a great job on changing up or getting so many different foods there, and there are so many delicious.
It's impressive.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Yeah. You talked about the SRO in the school. You talked about Scott and Riggs, right? Ryan, Pierre, he out and about in the community. I mean, every day they're out, right?
Right.
And you're coordinating that constantly.
Yeah, and there are definitely some challenges with the job and all the things that need to be done. The coordination piece is huge, right? But if there's anything I can tell you, the people that I work with are awesome people. Some of the best people. I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of people around the world, and I can tell you that I work with some of the greatest. So you have Ryan Pierre, for example. The man is just he works.
It seems like he never met a problem he's not unwilling to just jump in and try to fix.
Yep, he can fix it all. He's definitely
and the same could be said for a lot of the folks that I've had the pleasure of working with on your guys'
absolutely,
side of things for sure. That seems like a nice positive note to end on, right? Giving kudos to coworkers and
Yeah, let's fly out
chatting
on
about
that,
donuts.
Phil.
Yeah, that feels like the right note to end on. But with that, Pat, we want to let you get back to your day. Obviously, for things that you've mentioned, you've got a lot going on, a lot of puzzle pieces to keep straight and coordinate. But we do really appreciate you making the time to come join us and chat with us today and learn a little bit more about what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, and I'll just add at the end here, Phil and Pat, we truly do appreciate you being out in the community, right? You and your team being out there and just being a part of the community. I mean, I'm on the community development side, and I hear it often, our public safety team being out there. It's just awesome in Cottage Grove.
For sure.
That's the best I can say.
Thank you.
Ditto.
I appreciate that. And that's goes to what I was saying. We are very well
It's why you do what you do.
supported.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with that, again, Pat, thank you so much for joining us. Emily, thanks as always.
Of course, Phil.
For the co-hosting duties. And thank you all for listening. This has been the Grovecast, a City of Cottage Grove municipal podcast. You can catch episodes monthly, and to listen or download, find us at CottageGroveMN.gov/the Grovecast or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you, as always, to True Lens Community Media for producing the Grovecast, and stay tuned for our next episodes where we'll move on to other departments, city services, or other topics. Thanks for listening.